Matic has the goal! Oh! Incredible strike!
And the first game is going to be at Old Trafford when Manchester United are going to be taking on Everton. Last week, United were totally outclassed by Aston Villa at home. 1-0 loss, poor performance. Questions has to be asked to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What is the tactics at Manchester United? What is just the tactics? 1-0 loss at home to West Ham in the Carabao Cup. 1-0 loss at home to Aston Villa. Poor performance in the UCL to win. Although they won 2-1, but it was a poor performance. Everything is just looking poor at Manchester United currently. But I see them winning this one against Everton here. I think the individual qualities at United will just help them this season. They keep saving Ole's job, but I think they're going to win this one here and they're going to nick the win here. It's going to be a really tough one, but I think Manchester United 2, Everton 1 is how it's going to end at Old Trafford. The next game is going to be at Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea are going to be taking on Southampton. Chelsea last week lost against Manchester City 1-0, and in the Champions League they also lost to Juventus away from home 1-0. Considering even the fact that Paulo Dybala and Alvaro Morata weren't ready to play against Chelsea, but they still won the game. Chelsea have been looking so poor in the last two matches. They've not created a lot of chances, which makes me kind of scared against Southampton in this match. But the quality they just have will just help them win this one here. But remember, Southampton got a draw at Manchester City, which will give them a boost. And last weekend, they lost against Wolverhampton Wanderers at home, and they'll be looking to get something back in this game. Southampton have not gotten a lot of points this season. They've been struggling, so they'll surely be looking to get something from this game. But I just see them getting nothing. But I think it will be a tough game for Chelsea, and they're going to put up a show. I think Chelsea 2, Southampton 0 is how it's going to end at Stamford Bridge. And the next game is going to be Wolverhampton Wanderers against Newcastle United. Last week, Newcastle United got a draw, 1-1, and Wolves also got a win. And guess who's back scoring? Raul Jimenez is back scoring for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Every football fan should be happy about that. After his long-term injury for about 8 months, he didn't score any goal. He couldn't play any football, and he's back scoring for Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'm so happy about that. This match is going to be a really tough one. Newcastle United have been looking to be the draw specialists this season. They've been drawing almost every game they've played this season. They've not won any game this season, but Alan Saint-Maximin, that man is just magnificent. He has been carrying Newcastle United, and I think he's going to carry them to get a draw in this game. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Newcastle United 2 is how it's going to end at the Molineux. And the next game is going to be at the Turf Moor, where Burnley are going to be taking on Norwich City. Norwich have been totally abysmal this season. It's looking like they're going to continue their life cycle of getting Premier League football, then relegating back again, because it is looking so bad for them. They are sitting bottom of the log right now, 0 points. They've gotten just like 4 goals this season. They've been so poor this season. Burnley as well are in the relegation places. They've been so bad this season, but last week it was a good performance for them, and they were unlucky just to miss out on 3 points, because they scored the last minute goal as Leicester City, but it was ruled out by VAR. They could have won the game 3-2, but it ended at a 2-2 draw at the King Power. I think Burnley are going to win this one here. Burnley are just the better side. Norwich City are just so poor this season. I can't see them getting anything from this match. I think Burnley 2, Norwich City 1 is how it's going to end at the Turf Moor. And the next game is going to be at Elland Road, where Leeds United are going to be taking on Watford. Leeds United have been so bad this season, but I think they'll be quite unlucky and unfortunate with their fixtures. They've played Everton, Manchester United, and some other tough games. They played Liverpool as well, so those games are too tough for them to probably win. But last week they lost again to West Ham United, and that man is back. Michail Antonio is back from his red card suspension and is back scoring for them. They lost in the last minutes to West Ham United, so bad for them. I feel sorry for them, but yeah, this is another chance for them to kickstart their season. They have to win this one here. They just have to win this one here. Leeds United against Watford. Watford as well, they've been quite in form in the league. Ismail Assar, their main man, has been getting goals for them, but I think they're going to lose here. I think Leeds United 2, Watford 1 is how it's going to end at Elland Road. And the next game is going to be the informed Brighton taking on the informed Arsenal as well. This game is going to be a really tough one. Neil Maupay has been a massive player for Brighton this season. He has been scoring and bagging goals for them. Arsenal as well, they've won 3 games in a row. 3-1 in the London derby last week. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is back scoring, and the duo of the youngsters, Emile Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka, have been totally amazing this season. I think this one is going to be a draw here. I think Brighton are good enough to get the win here, and Arsenal are also good enough to get the win here. But I think they are just going to play it out as a draw. I think a draw will be a decent result for Brighton and for Arsenal as well, because Brighton are a good side this season. So I think Brighton won, Arsenal won. Is going to end at the Amex Stadium. And the next game is going to be Arsenal's North London rivals Tottenham taking on Aston Villa. Aston Villa pulled out a shock win last week against Manchester United at Old Trafford, 1-0, but they were lucky to get all 3 points. If not, Bruno Fernandes lost his penalty, but Aston Villa totally deserved their win. Kind of, they really performed well at Old Trafford, and I think they are going to win this one here as well. Tottenham are looking so abysmal this season. They won their first 3 games, and we thought they were going to be title contenders, but they just went on to get -9 goal difference in the last 3 games, losing everything 3-0. Oh, they lost 3-1 against Arsenal. Poor performance. 3 London derbies lost in a row. That's so bad for Nuno Espirito Santo, and they'll be surely looking to bounce back in this one. But I think Aston Villa will just get another win here. I think the confidence booster they've got from Old Trafford is going to reflect in this match yet again. I think Spurs 1, Aston Villa 2 is how it's going to end at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And the next game is going to be at London Stadium, where West Ham United are going to be taking on the informed Brentford as well. Brentford last week, it was a 3-3 draw against Liverpool. A very, very interesting match. They pulled up a show for the 2020 champions. West Ham United, they've gotten their main man back, Mikel Antonio. He came back to score for them and win the game last week at Elland Road, like I said. I think this one is going to be an high-scoring game. I think West Ham are an high-scoring team. Brentford are also an high-scoring team. They come out together to play football. They don't defend. So I think West Ham are going to win this one here, but it's going to be a really tough win for West Ham. I think West Ham 3, Brentford 2 is how it's going to end at the London Stadium. And the next game is going to be Crystal Palace against Leicester City. Last week, Leicester were very, very lucky to get a point at home against Burnley. Jimmy Vardy committed an own goal, and he scored again for Leicester City to keep them, at least to get them a point in that match. They could have lost the game to a Chris Wood last-minute goal, but it was ruled out by VAR. Crystal Palace are looking quite okay, but they are shaky in their form. Last week, they lost the chance to get all 3 points against Brighton in the last minute. Neomope getting the goal for Brighton last week, and Wilfred Zaha getting the goal for them. I think Crystal Palace are going to lose this one. I think Leicester City might just have this. They just have this quality that is just better than Palace's. I think they are going to get the 3 points here. They are going to bounce back from that loss from not getting 3 points last week. I think they are going to bounce back here, but I think it's going to be a tough one as well. Palace are a decent team, like I said. So I think Crystal Palace 1, Leicester 2 is how it's going to end at Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park. And the next game is going to be Liverpool against Manchester City, the biggest match this weekend. Tough one, last match for game week 7. I think Liverpool are a very, very good team this season, but they drew 3-3 against Brentford last week, and the defense was so poor. I was so shocked at how poor the defense was. Van Dijk and Matip were just so open. 3 goals from Brentford, and all 3 goals were just so easy to concede. I don't know how poor the defense was. I was just so surprised. But Man City as well, they won with a clean sheet 1-0 against Chelsea last week at Stamford Bridge. But they went on to lose at Paris 2-0 against Paris Saint-Germain in the ECL. And Liverpool totally dismantled Porto away from home 5-1, a confidence booster win. And I think this one might just be a draw here, and I'm seeing it as a goalless draw here. The two teams are just so kind of equal. They are both good. Their defense are both solid, and I think it's just going to be a goalless draw here. I'm not really expecting a nice scoring match like Liverpool and Man City always give. I think it's going to be a goalless draw. Another disaster of a match upcoming. I think so. So Liverpool 0, Manchester City 0 is how I see ending at Anfield.